Jason, what do you think about when you hear the words surge pricing?
I think of when I'm leaving a concert and then all of a sudden to get an Uber, it costs like $30 to $50 or something.
Yes, a lot of people think that, by the way, when they hear the word surge pricing. And you know what? Wendy's recently made a big blunder saying that it would implement surge pricing into their menu.
I mean, I think they just worded it incorrectly, but yeah, that sounds like nobody wants that. Like we're already upset about the pricing, and it's like now you're wanting me to pay more randomly.
Yeah, so yeah, that is exactly what happened, and that is exactly why they went and immediately backtracked their answer or their statement on that, because Wendy's is saying that it won't use surge pricing. In a blog post, the fast food chain explained that it's test on new menus with prices that change throughout the day is not meant to cost more for customers. It makes sense. Why would it be insane if literally they started charging you more money when more customers were there? The demand would skyrocket, and the prices would skyrocket. But they also did say that this was misconstrued in some media reports as an intent to raise prices when demand is the highest at their restaurants. The company's statement read, "Digital menu boards could allow us to change the menu offerings at different times of the day and offer discounts and values offered to our customers more easily, particularly in slower times of the day." I do have more to say about this.
Me too.
But before that, if you like interesting content like this, consider subscribing. Subscribing's free. It doesn't cost anything. We put out interesting videos daily. And you know what? It only takes a second and does really help out the channel. So yes, consider subscribing. What are your thoughts on this?
They poorly worded, and how could they mess this up? It's called a happy hour.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
called a happy hour. You're like, oh, we will have strategically placed happy hours during times that are slow, so you can get cheaper prices. Everybody cheers! Yay!
Why would they? Why would they even use
surge charge?
surge charge?
Makes me
Yes.
mad.
It's crazy. You're right. That would have been way better, saying it's like, hey, we're going to have happy hours multiple times a day. It's always a happy hour here.
It's happy days, happy Wednesdays.
Yes, that would have been way better. You know what? You should have been the marketing person
Yeah.
behind this, because that's way better. The thing is that in an email, Wendy's was more blunt, saying that Wendy's will not implement surge pricing, which is the practice of raising prices when demand is highest. This was not a change in plans. It was never our plan to raise prices when customers are visiting us the most. You know what? They should have done this. Just go and just implement, see what happens. It would have been chaos in a Wendy's. There would have been so many people.
You're here speculating on the price of Baconators. Like, oh, Baconator price is going through the roof.
Can you imagine that? A $50 Baconator someone's ordering? It's literally whoever's paying the price is getting that Baconator.
You may just enter the thing, but you might enter it last, and they're like, "Oh, you paid $50 for this. You get it right now."
Yeah, and so honestly, interesting concept. You know, the big part about this is the digital boards that they're going to be using, the menu boards.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting, and it does make sense. But yeah, you're right. Happy hours, honestly, way better.
Yeah, it's happy and for an hour. This could have been like happy time period. This is happy times.
Yes, it would have been an easy slam dunk. But the thing is, too, like I mentioned, surge pricing refers to dynamic pricing, which is a way for businesses to charge more or less based on how many people want their products at any given time. The thing is that a professor of economics at the University of Pennsylvania had a statement to say about this as well. He said, whoever called it surge pricing made the worst marketing mistake you can think of.
100%.
Yeah, he said surge pricing sent the message to everybody that this is most likely about increasing prices, that created a very negative reaction to the public. Yeah, it's...
I mean, if you like put it bluntly, yes, it is surge pricing, but like the opposite, where it's not getting more expensive, it's getting cheaper.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, honestly, terrible. The thing is, like, people do say like all press is good press, but something that's literally telling customers that they're going to pay more because of demand that's going to go
Yeah.
that possibly could go up is insane.
Yeah, so it makes a good thing go sour. But like any other business, they're ready to kick each other when they're down.
That's true.
And the king from the top ropes went and delivered a pile driver of news to Wendy's when they offered a deal that is pretty damn good. Where if you bought, I think up until a few days from now, if you are able to buy $3 worth of goods, you get a free Whopper.
That's
or
really
Impossible
good.
Whopper.
That's really good.
And I'm like, oh, damn, okay. He's like, don't worry, we're not charging you. Have it your way at Burger King. And your way is with the Whopper.
It's way better. Honestly, way better. You know, if I liked Burger King a little more, I honestly would go out and get a Whopper. It would be a good deal, especially because, you know, in this type of economy, prices have been going up. I know we've talked about this before. McDonald's prices have been going up. Lots of fast food places have been going up. So this could have been an easy slam dunk for Wendy's, but the king is taking the crown in this game.
People are talking about how Burger King is like dunking on Wendy's, where it's like, I don't know.
The thing is, like, it's so insane to even think about this because, like you mentioned earlier, the thing that people most commonly know surge price for is Lyfts and Ubers.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, why would you even use that wording?
Yeah, it's like it's literally the opposite of search. It's like you could say dynamic discounts. If you said dynamic discounts, that's literally this. Like that would be a synonym for what they wanted.
That is true.
Because it's like, oh, you know, there's the regular price, and then based on demand, there's a discount applied.
So, okay, so I want to ask you this. Would this make you want to go to a Wendy's less because of something like this, saying that it's like, I mean, they did get their message across now, but the damage is already done because most people from that initial view think that it's like, hey, you know,
they are an anti-consumer.
Yeah.
They don't support me. I'm going to Taco Bell with their Baja Blast cheesecake.
And their Cheez-Its, their giant Cheez-Its.
Giant Cheez-Its. They have giant Cheez-Its over in Taco Bell land. Why would I want to go to Wendy's where they're charging me surge prices?
You know, actually talking about restaurants, you know, Taco Bell is actually one of the most affordable places to go to. They have a lot of items. I believe they have like over 10 items under like $3. This is not an ad for Taco Bell, but I'm just saying.
Big fan.
Big fan of Taco Bell, but I'm just saying they're
doing right.
They are doing right, and I think that a lot of companies should lean into this in terms of like being more price sensitive to the consumer because, like I mentioned, and like the stories we've brought up, it's like fast food is getting too expensive, and it's the whole thing. It's like you come to McDonald's for a great meal, and it's like no, you come here because the food's cheap.
Yeah, so I think like, you know, Taco Bell is the like poster child of like they understand their audience, and they gave them an E3 presentation on Baja Blast and how this is amazing and all the new items. And then you get Wendy's where they go and alienate every single person who likes fast food.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you like burgers? How about surge charges? You like surge charges? It's like, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but I don't like it.
This is, by the way, I do have one last thing to say about this. Imagine this. Imagine that someone takes this idea and then implements it and says it's like, you know what? The demand for our goods is so high, everyone wants it. But they also have a lower tier menu that says it's like these are the other items, like you get a hamburger for like $2 or you get a premium burger for $100 and then like the price fluctuates like that. I think it would be a good contrast because literally like people would buy the $2 hamburger because they know that there's also something more expensive.
Oh, like the Halo piece. Like, oh, this is like the best. They have the best one, but also have like cheaper ones that are like more value. I feel like the thing that like automatically went to my mind was like, oh, if Starbucks had like 2 tiers where one was made by a robot and like, oh, this made with the same beans, but a robot makes it and it's cheaper. So it's like instant gratification. You just go to the machine and then it pours you a cup of coffee, or a barista makes it and it costs a little more.
Oh,
yeah. So then it's like, oh, you could get your caramel macchiato from a machine, or a barista can make it for a little bit more money.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of interesting concepts that could go into like restaurants. Personally, I think that surge pricing, they shouldn't have backed down. Just let it, just let it run and see what happens. I bet you first week, even if they did this for a week, like people would go into that Wendy's.
Well, they would have to like see what's going on. They're like, oh, we got to see what this surge. I'm paying $50.
It would be like old time stock market. I got this ticket over here. But yes, I would want to know from our audience what they think about this, and what they think about BK offering now a better deal. Yes, leave your comments in the comment section down below.